Well, it's a classic food and drink pairing that almost anyone loves. I know I sure do. You?
Yes.
Yes. Wine and cheese, obviously.
That's right. And you know, when I found out this day existed, I called my wine guy, because I got to be honest, he's my wine guy, Gary Decker. He owns Vinomania. And I said, Gary, can you help us? And he said, sure. So you've sent over some wines that you say pair good with specific cheeses, right?
Yes.
Okay.
You know, there's a lot of different styles of cheeses, a lot of different styles of wine, but you want to match things up. Like in the case of the first one, we took the Thresher Pinot Grigio.
Okay.
I'm sorry, Thresher Sauvignon Blanc.
Okay.
Bone dry, 2019, and we're matching it with a Swiss cheese, which sounds simple, but if you've ever thought like onion soup, they use a name brand Swiss cheese called Gruyere on there, which is like a harder Swiss. We're talking about the ones you're going to use like on a sandwich, a little softer style.
Okay, so
what's the proper way to do this? Do you take a sip of wine and then a bite of cheese, or other way around?
You know, just with anything else, I guess I would taste the wine first just to get the true taste of it. The acidity, the little like orange blossom and things like this will show you, and then have the cheese. But you're really like cleansing your palate. Having the cheese, then the wine, and then going back and forth. It's what you would do just with a meal. You're eating a steak dinner, you've got some red wine. And if you ever see those guys swish it around in their mouth, you don't have to go crazy like gargle it. But by doing that, you'll get all like the different taste buds of your tongue, picking up acidity and things like that.
Yeah, that's interesting, right?
I love the smell of this.
I do too, the wine, yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
All right, that was delicious.
That movie, I love the smell of wine in the morning, or that's a different movie?
Here, you know what? There's time for wine any day. Anytime, any day. It's 5 o'clock somewhere, that's what I say. Okay,
right.
So what's the next one we have here? It's this is the Pinot Grigio, right?
Yeah, this is Pinot Grigio, which is an Italian grape, but this is grown in Argentina, which has a big Italian influence.
Okay.
This happens to preserve, which means it's going to be kept in a little bit of wood, just a little bit, to give it a little more deeper flavor. But we've matched it up with a triple cream, like brie, which is very runny. It's actually 75% fat, so that's going to be a rich style cheese. And again, you know what? All these cheeses should be served about room temperature. You want this triple cheese to be like kind of runny or like mushy, and that's the way it'll taste better, as opposed to being chilled and hard, which is not what you want. And this wine, again, has more flavor. You can almost see it in the color of the glasses. This is a richer style, more full-bodied wine to go up against the full-bodied cheese.
I was going to say, it really sort of, can't you like taste the deliciousness of the cheese because you pair it with the wine? Oh, you haven't done that yet. Okay, sorry.
It is. It's going to wake up your taste buds. The wine's going to wake up your taste buds, and the cheese is going to, you know, because of the fat content, is going to marry well with it.
It's like a party in your mouth, Gary.
See now,
right?
If you have because the brie cheese is so soft, if you kind of, this sounds weird, but if you put it on the roof of your mouth a little bit and then take a sip of wine and mix them together, is that the appropriate thing to do? Because it tasted good.
Well, when you make fondue, they'll use Swiss cheese typically, but they'll add wine to it. That's the basis of a fondue. Would dip things like croutons in, or pieces of meat or whatever you have like that. You know, vegetables, things like that. So you're right.
Okay, and last but certainly not least, this is a French wine, right?
Yeah, this is a blend of a grape called Gewürztraminer and Viognier. Now, this has a touch of sweetness to it, or residual sugar, they call it.
You can smell the sweetness, Gary, when you smell it.
Oh, yeah. And you can also see, again, the darkness and the color of this wine compared to the other ones, which is going to tell you the body of it. And it's a kind of a clever name. Let's see. Let's do it here.
Je donne ma langue au chat.
I knew you'd say it better than I did.
Je donne
it's really
ma
kind of
langue
cute.
au chat. Yeah.
It's giving the cat. It's like giving the cat some tongue, or you're telling him off, which people do all the time.
It has a little bit of spice too.
Yeah. Now listen. What's cool about this wine is we've matched it up with a smoked Gouda. All of these are cow cheeses, but the smoked Gouda, which they actually have smoke in the room, which is picking up in the flavor of the cheese, you know, that goes good against the sweetness. Again, you really just want that yin and yang, or the back and forth from sweet to smoked Gouda. Now, all of these can be served with great condiments, like just plain crackers if you want, good mustard. You can get things like a bruschetta or a rye bread for this would be really great with the Gouda and the wine.
Perfect. Well,
and these are not. It's that time. Oh, go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, go ahead, Gary.
I was just going to say, in this peak of summer, these wines nice and cold is the way to go. They're refreshing. They're kind of fun. You could actually have a little cheese and wine party at your house. I think that'd be exciting, too.
Well, listen, more importantly, can we get these at Vinomania?
Of course.
There we go. All right.
I'm stopping by.
Okay, if you'd like some help picking out your next bottle, you could visit Gary at Vinomania Tuesday through Saturday. He's on 313 Pearl Street for complete hours, and to learn more, you can visit him on Facebook.com/Vinomania. You can also give the store a call, 315-422-8466. Gary, cheers. Thank you. Cheers.
Thanks, ladies.
Cheers. That was awesome.
Bye-bye.
Goodbye.